my paper is on tattoos in the workplace, and it says, tattoos are a very common thing to have nowadays. Most people you come across daily have at least one. They are usually a way for people to express themselves or show a work of art that has meaning to them. People have very different opinions on tattoos. Some love them, some don't care if people have them or not, and some absolutely hate them. I have experience with tattoo policies because I have tattoos, and wherever I work, I have to be aware of the rules on them. A couple questions and topics of concern are, should tattoos be allowed in the workplace? Is it considered discrimination if you aren't able to be hired because of your body art? A lot of places do allow tattoos, but they have to be covered by clothing. So, for example, with my visual aid, this is our work uniform. Like for him, he can wear this because it has a collared shirt, and he has no visible tattoos except for that one, which can be covered. Whereas I have to wear a collared shirt because I have an arm tattoo that would have to be covered. And most places don't allow tattoos to be shown. Personally, like I said, I have 4 tattoos. Luckily, the places I worked at didn't have a strict policy on tattoos. All tattoos except one are in a place where it can be covered if necessary. But if I plan to get more, I have to be strategic on the placement in order to look professional. And that can be difficult because you want to put your tattoo on what you consider the right place on your body, but you also think about how it would look in a professional world. And tattoos should be allowed in the workplace. I agree that some can be offensive or inappropriate, but that doesn't stop anyone from being able to properly do their job. A doctor could have a full sleeve tattoo. That doesn't mean he couldn't save a life. Tattoos should not have to be covered up to a certain extent. Having a tattoo doesn't make you a different or bad person. It shouldn't be considered unprofessional. It's your body. You should be able to decide what you want to do with it. If you're not embarrassed with it, let it be shown. Obviously, unless it's not a place where it's bad. Ankle, wrist, or arm tattoos should be considered okay because if it has a special meaning to you, it's not a bad thing. If people have face tattoos or huge neck tattoos, that would be a great example of an inappropriate tattoo and should be frowned upon. Some people with tattoos believe they are being discriminated against because they cannot get a job with their tattoos being shown. If a person is unable to cover their tattoos or if they simply refuse to cover it, they most likely will not be hired unless the job allows tattoos. For example, quality area requires that your tattoo always be covered. If you have a tattoo on your arm, you'd have to wear a long sleeve shirt, or if you have on your leggings, wear long pants. And like I said, tattoos don't make you a bad or different person. Doctors and nurses have tattoos, and that doesn't mean they can't do their job properly. Someone should not be judged on their tattoo. During an interview, it shouldn't even be asked if you have tattoos. The person that should be judged on their work ability, their experience, and if they have the skills and knowledge to meet their job requirements. Some people have college degrees and have taken all the right steps to get into the career that they wanted, but they have a hard time getting a job because of it. If tattoos were not considered a bad thing, people who have college degrees and meet all the requirements of the job would have an easier time being hired. And like I said, tons of people have tattoos, but that shouldn't hurt their chances of getting their dream job. Tattoos should be overlooked, and a person should be judged on the important things like having experience, being able to get the job done, and having the skills and knowledge to meet the job requirements. Some people do hate tattoos and look at them as unprofessional, but their opinion shouldn't matter in this type of situation because it's not their body and their beliefs shouldn't overrule others' beliefs. If tattoos were not looked at as unprofessional, some people would have an easier time finding the job. Tattoos aren't such a huge deal when looking for a qualified employee to work. People should be judged on their work abilities, not their body art. And that's all.
Yay!